Hello, my creepy, ghoulish people. Here's another week of the Joker's Puppet Grave Tales. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello, people. We're back for another week of the Joker's Puppet Grave Tales, episode 3. It was crazy. I went outside like this. It was hilarious. I was taking my dogs out, and the people walked outside, and they were taking their kids to the car, and they were just looking at me like, heck? And one lady's like, "Are you okay?" I said, "That's all I did." The heck? Am I okay? I'm fine. Yes, I walk outside like this. I don't care. I don't care what people think. Life is too short to care, honestly, what people think. So, enough of that story. Let's get to the conclusion. I'm gonna cut up a little bit, like really far up, when we moved into our first apartment, my husband, my daughter, and I. Because the other stuff happened with my cousin, and she lives in California. Unless she goes on like a Skype call with me, we can do the video that way. I'm totally fine with that. But since now we're going to be talking to where I actually started like seeing things, this is when it really gets creepy. Probably about 20, wasn't 21 yet. FML, right? No alcohol. But about 20 years old, we got into our first apartment. We were living there for about at least not even 3 months yet. Nice apartment, we loved it. One night, my daughter was freaking drawing on the walls, and I'm like, really, child? So I told her to stop, turn off her TV, and I said, "You're gonna sit here. You're not gonna do anything for the rest of the night." So my husband and I went into the room. We're watching TV. We're laughing at God knows what, and all of a sudden I'm like, "Kira, go in your room." I looked over, no one was there, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And then all of a sudden I look into the mirror that was on this side of the wall, and the door was over here. From the corner of my eye, I see something come out of her room. So I look over and I'm like, oh, and it's a man. You couldn't see his legs, but you could see like everything up. Like you could see the broad shoulders, you could see the head had like a nice, you could see like the outline of him. He wasn't like fully there, it's like a black shadow, but you could tell it was a man. He really floated out of my daughter's room into the bathroom. I freaked out. Like I started, like I thought someone was in the house. Like I started like almost crying. Husband ran out there and he's looking, he's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "You didn't see it? There's somebody in here." He's like, "There's nobody in here." I'm like, "Are you sure you went in the bathroom?" He went in the bathroom. He's like, "Calm down. What did you see?" I'm like, "There was a man. It came out of Kira's room and went straight into the bathroom." And he was like, "There's nobody in here." I'm like, "I seen someone. There's someone in here." We looked, nothing. I was like, what the heck? So that night I was on edge all night, and I was tempted to sleep in my daughter's room, but I eventually was playing video games. Fell asleep with the I think it was PS3 controller on my chest. And then in the same apartment, this was a different story. We were just about to go grocery shopping. So I'm getting my daughter all situated and getting my shoes on and stuff. And then all of a sudden, out the corner of my, on this corner of the room, the living room was huge. And like on this side, I could hear something. I had my foot on the arm of the couch and I was tying my shoe. And all you hear is someone whisper my name really loud. And I was like, "Hello?" And I'm sitting there and I was like, "Babe." He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did you just call my name?" He was like, "No, I think he was playing 2K or some basketball game or some sport game. I can't remember. He was playing the game." So I was like, someone just said my name, full name and everything. So the only person that really calls me my full name is my great grandmother. And I was like, okay, maybe that was her. I didn't know, that's the only person that I know that's deceased that will call my full name. So I was like, okay, maybe that was her. In the same apartment, something woke me up. I think it was because I was hot. I get really hot, really bad when I'm sleeping. So I got up to go get some water or something. And all of a sudden I hear like ruffling in my daughter's room. And I'm like, what the heck? I was like, "Girl, aren't you asleep?" And I walked in. There's no one in there. She's in her little toddler bed. Like, this girl sleeps wild. Like, she's all, and all this crap. So I'm like, what the heck was that? So I walk out again getting my water, getting my ice and all that crap. And I went to the living room. I couldn't go back to sleep, so I was like, okay, he's asleep. I'm just gonna go into the living room and watch TV. So I'm sitting down watching TV, just chilling. And all of a sudden, you hear like footsteps coming from my daughter's room into the kitchen, and they just stop. You can hear like stop in the middle of the kitchen. And I look over and I'm like, Kira, are you up? And she didn't say anything. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And all of a sudden you hear running, like it was going towards back to her room. And I was like, oh my God. So I got up, and literally as I was like walking towards the room, the door, because she has her TV on, because before she's afraid of like a kid. She's still a kid, but she was young, she was like a toddler. And the door just went like this, like it shut so slow, and all of a sudden it just shut. And I was like, right before I got there, and I was like, I opened the door, I was like, what are you? And I looked and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, really? Tonight of all nights, I'm up by myself, really? Now? So I was like, okay, come on. And I was like, what the heck was that? So I'm in her room. So I sat in there all night. And the only thing I know that happened was the door like moved, like it wanted to like shut. Then it just stopped. Like it started going fast and it just went like that. And I was like, looked over sitting on her bed and I was like, okay. So I eventually fell asleep on the floor and woke up. She started running around doing what kids do. So I was like that, and I told my husband, did you hear anything last night? He was like, no, really? I didn't hear anything. I told him what happened. He was like, she wasn't up? I was like, no. I went in there and I eventually fell asleep. And he was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. At the time, when I first started seeing them, I started coming to him about them, I really thought he thought I was freaking insane. Like he would look at me like, you tripped, like go sit down somewhere. But at as time went on, he realized like he says he doesn't believe in it, but he doesn't have anything happen to him. But he believes me in that. And later on down the timeline, I'm going to tell you, my daughter started seeing things, and when a child is like in full detail of what's going on at the age of 3. Of course you're going to believe them. So yeah, but that's all for this week, people. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give this video a like. And if you would like to come around and just see my little crazy self, yeah, and listen to the awesome stories I have, hit the subscribe button. Skeptics are welcome. I'm not here to tell you that they're real and that you should listen and be careful. No, I'm not here for that. Like I said in my first video, share my stories with you all, and if you like them, so be it. But until then, people,